think this confession is more painful than cheating.
What could be more painful than cheating? What do you mean?
Because she didn't lose her husband to another woman. She lost him while he was sitting right next to her.
So you're telling me she got promoted and never told him?
That wasn't even the saddest part.
So what was?
He didn't know it for 4 months. Welcome back to another episode of the Husband and Life podcast, where we talk about real relationships, real marriage, and confessions, of course.
Always.
We say the things that people are too scared to say. We say them out loud here, okay? We're going to start with our new series, which is My Husband.
What?
Okay.
He's a wonderful human being.
Not today, okay?
He's so supportive. You know?
Not here today, okay?
He buys me flowers. Oh,
Okay.
what?
We're not talking about you personally, babe.
Oh.
It's all right. You're right. You're safe.
Am I exempt?
Yeah, you're safe.
I have my jab. All right, cool.
Today's confession is a serious one. So as always, get your coffee, get your tea, get your blanket, get comfortable, because
I even need some wine.
This one is mad. It's a mazza, okay?
Please.
So it reads, Hi, Kelechi and Stan. Please keep me anonymous because I don't think my husband would recognize our marriage in this story. Okay, we are really doing confessions. I'm surprised we didn't change voices up in here, okay? We've been married for 11 years.
Okay.
We have 2 children. Before I say anything else, I need you to know this. My husband is a good man.
What is that?
He's a good man, Savannah. He works hard. He provides for us. He's never cheated. He's never shouted at me. He's never embarrassed me.
Never shouted at me. Okay. Never embarrassed me. Okay.
You know you people be embarrassing us, okay? You know this.
See, they group us.
You see? They be embarrassing us.
Right, cool.
If my car breaks down, he'll fix it. If I'm ill, he'll collect my prescription. If the children need him, he's there. That's why I feel guilty writing this, because from the outside, I have the kind of husband people tell me to be grateful for. But I don't think my husband knows me anymore. Not really. Somewhere along the way, we stopped being a husband and wife and became 2 people managing a household. We talk every day, but only about what needs doing. Who's collecting the children? What's for dinner? Did the washing get done? Have you paid the gas bill? Conversations about life stop so slowly. I can't even tell you when they disappeared. Then something happened last October. I've been working towards a promotion for nearly 3 years.
Hey, for 3 years.
That is dedication, girl.
Hey.
Extra courses, late nights, weekend studying. I doubted myself so many times, but I finally got it. I remember driving home, smiling the whole way. I couldn't wait to tell him. He was watching football when I walked in. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Why are you going to interrupt my team winning, blood?
Oh dear.
You gotta wait. You couldn't wait after the game was done?
We know where this is going. He smiled, said hello, then looked back at the television. I sat beside him. I waited for the adverts. Then another break. Then another. I kept thinking, he'll ask me how my day was in a minute. He never did. Eventually, I went upstairs, put the promotion letter in my desk, and never mentioned it. 4 months later, he was looking for a warranty. He found the letter, and he walked into the kitchen holding it and said, "Why didn't you tell me you got promoted?" I looked at him, and before I had time to think, I said, "You never asked." That was going to hurt. Neither of us spoke after that, not because we were arguing, because I think we both realized something had broken. Now I can't remember the last time he asked me what I was thinking or what I was dreaming about or what I was afraid of. He still tells me he loves me, and I believe he means it. But sometimes love without curiosity starts to feel like loneliness.
Sheesh, big words.
This is big. Last week, our youngest looked at us over dinner and said, "Mummy, why don't you and Daddy laugh anymore?" I smiled and changed the subject and carried on serving dinner. But later that night, I cried in my bathroom because I realized she was right. Honestly, I can't remember the last time we laughed together. And that's when it finally hit me. I'm not grieving the end of my marriage. I'm grieving the marriage I thought we were going to have. Am I expecting too much, or can you feel completely alone even when you're married to a good man? Well. What do you think, babes?
I think your questions are valid. You know, the problem is you guys have allowed it to go so far without communication. That promotion was obviously the last straw. You know, that was the one that sent you lot right over the edge to the point where you were just like, why am I even bothering? You know, this guy doesn't even see me. You know, he says I love you, but he's not noticing me anymore. He doesn't care for me. He doesn't look for me anymore. What is he so concerned with? What is he so absorbed? What's taking up his mind so much that he can't see me here? That's one aspect. The other aspect of this is he's just oblivious. My guy is doing what he's supposed to do in his brain because he's making sure the bills are paid, making sure you guys have a roof,
practical stuff,
making sure you guys ain't homeless out here. You know, making when the car breaks down, you can drive to your job to get your promotion. That's his assist.
That's what he believes is his support.
You know what I mean? I'm there making sure you need me. When you need my help, I come through in the clutch. But he's missing
the emotional part of that. And we are emotional people, women. We need emotional connection. We need emotional curiosity. I think it's quite sad because this is a confession where nobody here is the bad guy. There's actually no one we can be like, you did that. Villain.
You did it.
Like, it's just a case of both of you. It's one of those things where you say, oh, we're in a rut. We're in a place where it's just coasting. Every day feels like Groundhog Day. It feels the same. It's just samey. We're just here. You're even in that sort of roommate territory where you just coexist. I mean, you're not laughing. You're not asking each other about what's going on in your mind. You know, how's your brain? How's your mindset? We're not asking these questions to see where we're at. What percentage are we today? Are we 20%? Are we 5%? 95? What are we? So that's where you're at the moment, where it feels like it's surface level conversations. There's no depth.
Well, it's not even that, because now it's literally a bills paid. Who's getting the kids?
Well, that's surface
level. It was taken.
That's surface level conversations.
That's caretaker business.
That's that's your roommate. That's what you do with your roommate when you're splitting bills.
Make sure you take the rubbish out.
Yeah, when you're splitting bills.
Money's about to come out. Where's your half of the rent?
Exactly. That's what that is. And I think when you're in that place, which a lot of marriages come to this place, because we get complacent and we stop doing the things that we were doing previously. Things like dating, having those times where you reminisce about good times and you laugh, or having those times where you have new experiences. You're not doing none of that. So it happens. Now it's about trying to figure out how you get yourself out of the rut and into a place where you start to feel curious about each other again, how you start to have those laughing moments, so create those new memories, and also be that example for your child, because you don't want to be that parent or those parents where there's no laughter in the house, there's no happiness in the house, and they pick up on that.
They do. They see it and they go, oh, mommy and daddy are not smiling anymore. And it's so sad because a lot of men think they're doing the right thing by taking after the bills, looking after the family, doing all those things, but they forget the other part, because routine quietly just removes that connection between the person that you love. You forget that you're saying the bands, the jokes, the fun, the friendship. The connection is what you build over time. The jokes, the shows you watch together, the things they used to do together as a couple. The less of those there are in your relationship, because most people get together normally, oh, we have so many things in common. Where does that commonality go? Does it just evaporate?
I do wonder, where does it go? Because when you were dating, you were like, oh my God, he loves this, I love this, we love this. Like, where did it go when you got married, and then you stopped liking the same things? Or did you just say, oh, it was just a phase?
But man, them be lying though. Man, them be lying too. Man, they be doing anything to get a poop tang. They do the thing to get a poop tang.
Like, oh, I love a rom-com.
Yeah, but I love taking care of you. I love it. Whatever you need, babes.
I love going to the theatre.
I love it.
Musicals, yay.
I love buying flowers every week that just die. I love it. And then they go, yo, bro, this is not practical.
No. So let's think about, talking about practical, let's think about some tips, some things that we can strive for in order to get ourselves out of this rut, because we need to get more intimate. Okay,
yes.
There's a bit of conflict with that intimacy, and you need to go the opposite way. You know, because many couples, they actually fall out because there's a lack of intimacy. You need to touch your person. Okay, you need to love and kiss and cuddle and have emotional moments. And at this moment, it tells me in this confession that you guys aren't even really talking. So you're not even arguing. There's no fire. There's no passion.
There's no passion.
It's very just samey.
Stay safe.
Very
Drive safe.
Drive safe. Woo! So you need to get back to some sort of passion, some sort of tiny intimacy that you can build as time goes on, so that you have that connection again. I know somebody in this relationship has a love language of touch, okay, or words of affirmation. So one of you, okay. So we need to get back to that, so that you can start to reconnect in small ways. It doesn't have to actually be sex. Intimacy is different levels, so it's up to you where you can start.
Yes, it does. Okay,
but
let's not try and bullshit the thing. Yes, it
they
does.
may not be there yet, babes.
No, so don't say it doesn't. It does, but we need to work towards it. All right, is what she's trying to say. Okay,
this guys, my lord,
man, am I gonna let this happen? Let this BS just be? Nah, we ain't letting that fly. All right. Thank you, please.
Oh my goodness.
You may continue.
So yeah, I think also you need to establish some emotional intelligence. Okay, maybe your husband has lost that. Maybe he had it previously when he was a boyfriend, when he was a fiance, even maybe the first couple of years.
Oh, he never had it, and you allowed it to escalate. People do that. They go, "Oh, maybe he one day, never one day."
Okay,
I'm saying
it's possible. It's possible. You have to reflect and look back, because you know we be blind when we see the red flags.
Glasses, bro. You know what I mean?
The red flags, we don't see them. We're blind. Okay, so maybe you need to reflect back and just see: is he actually an emotionally intelligent person? So did he have those deep conversations with you when he was a boyfriend, a fiance, a new husband? You know, what was happening? When did it actually turn? What was the turning point when you realized, oh, we're not actually on the same page here. Like, we are in two different books. That's when you have to be like, And I will validate what you're saying. You can absolutely be lonely and be in a stable marriage. 100%.
Because once you lose that curiosity, that asking questions that spark the person's mind, spark the person's thinking, like, what is exciting you? Anything new that is exciting you? Anything new that is exciting us? Anything that you're looking forward to?
Yeah.
What is that? Yeah. When life just becomes this every day, it's a slippery slope. It's like,
and you have to really think about, where is the commonality between the two of you? What were the things that you guys really enjoyed together as a couple? There has to be something: music, food, extracurricular activities. I don't know, paddle, tennis. I don't know, something. Okay, so you need to figure out what it was that used to make you guys excited. What was the thing you guys used to do every weekend and have fun? You know, maybe not drinking and partying, but something where you could connect.
You can drink at home now. You can just drink at home now instead of your little two wine, little cheese balls, a little picnic at home.
Yeah,
I think it's like you gotta just protect like the daily curiosity, the little things. And rather than just asking how your day was, spin it. What made you smile today? What made you angry today? Okay, then you understand really the things that are going in someone else's brain. What triggered them?
And there's things like, what excited you?
Exactly. What do you think about when you think of me? Can you tell me one happy memory you have of me?
That
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And random questions like that will just make the brain go, actually.
Yeah.
Makes you focus on the positive, and then it will get you closer to where you need to get to. You start remembering, like, oh, actually, there was something here before. Yeah. Because right now it feels like, do you know what I mean?
There was nothing there ever. It feels like so far away.
Exactly.
You don't remember when was the last time.
And we need to celebrate the small victories. People don't celebrate the small victories, but going home and coming back home is a victory.
Big time.
The moment you leave your house, anything can happen. So we have to clap. We celebrate, like, ooh, hey, you're back.
Welcome home.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even that promotion, we didn't even celebrate the promotion.
We didn't celebrate the promotion.
Celebrate the promotion.
My guy stormed down like, what is this, bro? Like you were hiding a secret credit card debt somewhere.
He should be listening to this too. He needs to make plans for
his promotion,
a dinner date, Saturn to celebrate this promotion. Okay, he needs to wash his. You guys need to wash his together.
And he knows how hard you work for it.
Yes, sir. He was there. You were doing night classes and all sorts of courses and everything. Self-doubt every day. I feel you. I know exactly how you feel, right? So to be able to actually achieve that is such an amazing milestone. You need to celebrate that. We just put the thing in the desk and we moved on with our life. 4 months we're into the job. That's so sad.
It's so sad. And don't wait until loneliness becomes your routine, bro. You don't want that. It becomes normal. You don't want that. These are the things you can do, like I was saying. He needs to find a way to start planning dates, celebrate that small victory. And you guys need to start having those conversations, asking those random questions about that will just spark curiosity and joy to get you back to where you once was before. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. So that's our 2 cents. As always, we're gonna flip it back to you. Okay, if you believe that someone can genuinely have a good husband but still feel lonely, we need to know in the comments. Let us know if you've actually experienced it, or you know someone who does. Share this with them. Okay, they need to be involved in this conversation right now. And really and truly, does emotional presence matter just as much as the providing the financial, the everyday stuff? Let us know in the comments. As always, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you next week.
Peace
and love.